allow the children. It's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. Aha. Now you not done here, all these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one, Maiyegun, you go show na paper. Maiyegun diary political. So my people make you shout, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make we loud, oh, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. This is brunch time with Maiyegun. Although it is starting late, they say it is better late than never. Remember, it is an open mic. You can phone in anytime, yeah? Add your own contribution where you want. But please, as you are joining, kindly, like the broadcast, share it after reading the caption and the description. Very short. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all. Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun diary.
20 soldiers, 20 Nigerian soldiers were slaughtered in Zamfara yesterday by the Bello Turji Fulani terrorist group. The guy alone controls more than 6 states. Should I say he terrorizes more than 6 states in northern part of Nigeria. They have declared him wanted again and again. And even whenever his own, co-terrorists are caught, they will always kind of get them released under the arrangement called Repentant Terrorist Rehabilitation. Now, listen. Just a week or so ago, over 200 innocent people were slaughtered by this murderous, bloodthirsty Fulani terrorists. Kolu was there, laughing, making jokes, then trying as much as possible to put the blames of the attacks on the locals. He told them to share their lands. There is enough to share, he said. And guess what? Yesterday, police IG said they found their killers. Tell everybody that Maiyegun today. Thank you. Now, if you have shared the broadcast already, thank you. Now, remember, I have just an hour, but this can be extended to 2 hours if we have enough engagement. I'm talking about callers. But let's start. Yesterday, the Nigeria Police IG addressed the press in what you probably would refer to as a triumph, or should I say a result delivered by his own team. The terrorists that slaughtered over 200 innocent people, women and children in Yelwata, Benue State, a few days ago, which triggered a supposed national outrage to some extent. So Kolu went there and he sort of like called Igbetokun, the police IG, that how come no one has been arrested? Aha. Then he also called Musa. Why is no one arrested? He called them, the whole thing looked pretty much like, scripted, like theatrical. Anyway, yesterday, Igbetokun presented or paraded these men as those responsible for Yelwata massacre. Now, you be the judge. Those were the men presented by the police IG as those responsible for the Yelwata massacre. We have a lot of questions, right? But let us hear from him first. Well, I do have questions, though, right?
June, 2 prime suspects who were masterminds of this attack were apprehended from their hideout. This arrest led to the arrest of 7 other suspects the following day, 20/06/25. They were picked up from their various locations where they had fled, hoping to evade justice. On 21st June, another key suspect, in whose house the initial meeting to plan the attack was held, was also arrested. On 22nd June, a major breakthrough was recorded with the arrest of 18 other suspects who directly took part in the killings. Similarly, on 22nd of June 2025, a heartbreaking incident occurred in Mangu, Plateau State, where a bus conveying passengers from Zaria was stopped and attacked by a mob. Tragically, 9 of the passengers were murdered and 3 sustained injuries before our teams could intervene and rescue the remaining 22 suspects, 22 victims. So far, 22 suspects have also been arrested in connection with this gruesome act of mob violence. They too will face the full wrath of the law in court.
I mean, I want to believe, right? I want to say, oh, that's a good job. That's a great job. Nigeria police went after Fulani terrorists who are like in their hundreds. So according to them, investigation, police, not the military, police investigation led to somebody who led them to 7 people. Then were the mastermind, those who planned it. It's like saying the Fulani terrorists, like you get, they have different committees, and these are the guys who planned, the attacks in Yelwata, and we found the mastermind, which also led to 18 others. So in a nutshell, they are telling us that the Nigeria police, they walk straight into the Fulani terrorist den. And there was no gun exchange. There was no casualty, but they just found them in their hideouts where they were hiding, Fulani terrorists hiding in the forest. I get a lot of questions. And don't blame me, because it is Nigeria. Nigeria is a place where the Nigerian police, in order to show that they are working, right? Innocent people, or maybe not so innocent people, just for the camera, will be paraded. And then if you go back later and be like, hey, hang on, those terrorists that killed people in Yelwata that you paraded that time, how far with the case? You will realize that there is no case. If they manage to, maybe if the pressure of the public is so much, if they managed to take them before any judge, the next thing is, those people, they will dump them in prison. Now, from prison in 10 years' time or 5 years' time, you'll be hearing that I was raided for, they said I was a member of Boko Haram. Anyway, I was just, you know what I mean? Or I've been in prison for 9 years because the police raided me, paraded me as a terrorist, and they dumped me here. No case, no anything. So just for the moment, you will see, they've arrested them. Oh, they've arrested all the killers of Yelwata. See, now they are working. So if I am a little bit skeptical, don't think it's because I am not happy that, because if you take a look at it very well, the entire thing is the same script that is known with the Nigerian police. Because that same yesterday was when Bello Turji, the notorious Bello Turji, the same guy that is almost having the same personnel like that of Alhaji Shekau. Remember Alhaji Shekau? Do you know how many times they claim, Nigerian military claim to have killed Shekau? And it will just resurface. That's the same personnel that this Turji kind of like possess. They've placed bounty on him because Bello Turji, like other Fulani terrorists in Nigeria, they have their own political backers. So Bello Turji and his gang, just like Ado Aleru. Ado Aleru has killed God knows how many soldiers. But guess what? The authority, the Nigerian military, the Nigerian DSS, the Nigerian presidency, the state governments in northern part of Nigeria, they are comfortable to go into a peace talk with these terrorists. the same guy they declared wanted. Similarly, this Turji. Now, for Turji, let me tell you a bit about this terrorist so that a lot of you can understand that it is not just about invading and killing. No, no. After all this invasion and killings that they have committed and got away with, they have areas they control right now. They call those places ungoverned areas in Nigeria. There is no presence of government. There's no presence of military. There's no presence of anything about Nigeria there. People are still there, but those people who are mostly, farmers, like the indigenous people there. So in the areas where these people live, right, and where these terrorists control, so they collect taxes from these Nigerians, and this has been going on for the past 8 years in the earliest. You probably, if you search on social media right now and search for the receipt of the, of the taxes or Boko Haram levy, just some keyword that says, taxes, levy, Boko Haram, all that stuff, you will see receipts of people, what they are paying to these terrorists. Communities are built, poor communities, they are built millions of naira for security every year. So while those ones stayed, why they control those areas, they go extra, to other areas, or to the motorways, the expressways to pick their victims. These are just the ones that will be like, if they invade village and killed as many people as possible, so they believe the majority of the people in the village will run away. So weakened, they control it, but they will first kidnap people from that place. Those who survive, right? They didn't kill. They will kidnap them, sell some of them off to as far as Mali, Niger, all those places to other terrorists as sex slaves. True story, for you to understand the atrocities of this guy. These are not just bandits, right, that are hiding in forest. No. They control territories, and Nigeria is aware of that. Nigerian army is aware of that. Yeah? Bello Turji. And you don't be surprised though, if you see Bello Turji in a peace meeting with all these guys who claim to be looking for him. So what happened yesterday? There is a military camp near Bangi, it's called, in Mariga local government area of Niger State. Right? The terrorist struck. And then the ambush, which is the one that actually killed the 20 SWATs. After the operation, the usual, they went out to celebrate. I've managed to cut off some of the videos because the bodies of the soldiers were all like littered on the, and if you check on social media, you will see some of the images there. No. But watch this.
Yawa dana dan turji Allah taimake ka muna gode ma Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ya adirta mu wannan rana ta yau da muke wanda Allah adirta mu da makiya Allah makiya addinin musulunci a wannan yankuna namu da suka so sai sun tozartar da yan uwan mu a bari a haska mota da kanana wannan mota mun gabatar da suwa za su tazo shiga jahannama insha Allah. Allahu akbar. Bisa abin da suka shuka don ba su bari ba insha Allah. Muna tabbatar ma kowa in Allah ya yarda sai mun yi nasara alilatin ba'in galibatin bi'idhnillah ma'a sabirina insha Allah.
Let me pretend to shock you. That same Bello Turji was once one of the rehabilitated terrorists in Nigeria from Zamfara state. He was once invited, in the early stage, he was once invited to the government house by Patawale in Zamfara. And it was the guy who told everybody in the presence of the governor, the security agents, who they have been killing, right? He told them, he said, nobody can arrest him. That he chose to come into that meeting that day. And even in this meeting, if they change their mind and they want to, everybody would die inside this place. He was talking, he was bragging. And guess what? Like the Talibans, when they call peace meeting with these guys, me, I have never seen anything like this in my life, or maybe you have not observed it. Whenever they call peace meeting with these guys, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian security guys, they will put their guns in their cars. The terrorists will cling onto their own guns in what will look like a friendly picnic, like they are doing picnic. When you look at some of the videos, in case if you have not noticed that, Nigerian military soldier will leave his gun to go and do a peace meeting with terrorists, and the terrorist is there holding his own gun. And for that moment, it's like, yeah, we are just negotiating. We are trying to find peace. Bello Turji, he has gone ahead to kill thousands of people more after that arrangement, because he said, now let me tell you the story. In fact, you need to know the story. According to Bello Turji, he was a Fulani man. They stole all his cows. And since he had nothing to do, he resorted into stealing cows as well, like a cattle rustler. He's supposed to be a Fulani. He's stealing from other Fulanis. Then, in the long run, he realized that he could do more. So he put together a team. And according to him, this is a who have suffered justice or another to fight a cause now, right? A terrorist. Arm themselves enough. So, but maybe not enough. But Bello Turji now happened to be, okay, let me put it this way. He's a Fulani Ada. That story and what he has turned out to become, they are pretty much not really relative. But let's take that, okay? But Bello Turji, like other youth in Zamfara, it's not like he's from Niger or Mali. He's from Nigeria, Zamfara. Yeah? So Bello Turji became kind of like a useful tool in the hand of the political class. That's how he got to know Patawale, Yari, and few others. So he became a useful tool. The illegal mining going on in Zamfara states, the boys protecting them or waging war at different communities to displace them and take over their land just for mining of God knows what. So Turji and others, they are running it for these politicians. Like they know themselves. So since Bello Turji has opened up a new adventure, he's made so much money, Bello Turji kidnapped school children as well to collect ransoms from government. Government negotiated with him at some point that they paid him over ₦1 billion ransom. State government paid him ransom, not just people he's been kidnapping. So calling for peace is like they know themselves and say, what, let us, for the camera. So Bello Turji said, after that, after that peace meeting, about 6 years ago or so, when Patawale was their governor, right? Bello Turji, after that, they were given cars, they said they have rehabilitated them. So they became the first set of rehabilitated, repentant Fulani terrorists after Boko Haram program. Those who are from Zamfara, right? And even Niger will probably testify to this. It became so kind of like shameful and sad that some of the victims, some of their survivors who are their victims of their terrorist attacks, they got to see these terrorists driving about in a pickup truck given to them by the state government, because they said they made a deal that they will use the terrorists to better security in Zamfara, Patawale. And all of that, by the way, they are just like a smoke screen. Behind the scene, The same terrorists are assigned the job to protect these illegal mines in Zamfara. Yari, the former governor, owns his own illegal mining sites in Zamfara. The Patawale, the current Minister of Defense, State, owns his own illegal mining sites in Zamfara. Zamfara doesn't have international airport. Zamfara doesn't have any airport, right? But Zamfara has like about 2 landing private airfield, you know. And what are they lifting from Zamfara? Zamfara's resources, God knows. So this was Bello Turji's argument, like, Omo, they were not truthful with him. So he just reneged on that arrangement and went back to full-time terrorism that you now witness today. That he actually wages war at Nigerian army. And there's a record that they have also killed his own members too in the whole thing, declared him wanted. But Bello Turji tomorrow may appear on your screen and you see the same Nigerian army in a meeting with him talking about peace. Nigeria, APC, Ebekebe finished that contraption. And if you have not realized that yet, I have no word for you. So something is trending online since morning when Peter Obi alerted the world that apart from what he said, he is facing the persecution, the target from Tinubu's regime, Tinubu's allies, and Tinubu's appointees, targeting himself, targeting his businesses, and also targeting people seen to be associating with him, Peter Obi. So what happened today? He published, the demolished site where his brother, now, it's in the past, we say his brother had a business that has been running for over 15 years. But all of a sudden, this was last night, a bulldozer moved in, demolished the entire edifice, the entire building to rumble, right? So, and according to Peter Obi, because we haven't heard the other side of the story, so it is believed that it is complete political persecution, and he is convinced that it is a persecution, because according to him, when he got there, when his brother called him and he rushed down, when he got to the site, he demanded to see the guys, the supposed people behind demolition. And there was no one to actually, to say, well, it's me. Also, there is no verified court document that says, oh, there is an ongoing case between these people and that people. You get what I mean? Like state government versus this, So there's nothing. But there is supposed the court paper that gave judgment of repossession of a property, which is the same property. But the owner of the property is not listed. You get what I mean? It says unknown. So to Obi, when he got to the place, he said, Nigeria is a lawless country. And I agree. Do you disagree?
I see the equipment that are here. You can see things that are here. Nobody could remove anything. Is that how I come to work? They just came suddenly, started demolition. If my brother didn't have a brother like me, they would. He wanted to enter here. They said, no, you can't enter. We have court injunction. What about court injunction that allows somebody to enter into another person's property? They freeze him for removing his things and everything, and demolishing everywhere. What about court injunction is that? We are finished with the country.
They frustrated Obi. Obi said, they have finished the country. This is what people actually faces in that contraption where you have criminals who have never created anything. Do you understand? They are just rent seekers, rent takers. if there's any court judgment that says, oh, this building must be demolished, it's the right thing to do, not for the occupant or the owner to remove his personal effects. Is that not the right thing to do? So this has triggered political conversation around the world. Yes, because I mean, I'm not in Nigeria. Most of you watching this are not in Nigeria, right? So we are reacting from all over the world like the impunity saves or spares no one. Everyone is going to be affected. So what kind of politics would you call this? Enough that, I mean, it's got to be politicized. Some say, don't politicize it. Don't let us say, Abi we renieni. Would Sanwoiku demolish, what's that Tinubu's daughter's name? Folashade, property linked to her, just like that, without any court judgment or any clear demolition order. But me, I don't want to fully react yet. You know why? Because I would like to hear what their defense will be. Enough that even if there is a judgment that says demolish the building in Ikeja, I don't think the same court says destroy everything you find there, because that's exactly what they did. That is not right. It is not right. These guys are obsessed with Obi, no doubt. But I don't think they've gone mad to this level. But I think they have. Maybe everybody should begin to understand that whatever the Lagosians have been, living with and enduring for decades now, because it's over 2 decades, is what Nigeria will experience. But in a scale, there are so many of you who will not be able to understand. Peter Obi said so many people around him have been targeted. And I am talking about their businesses, their jobs. And he said he has kept most of these things to himself in order not to probably alarm people, but he couldn't keep this. The Ronukus and others have been all over the matter. Some of our brothers, the Biafran advocates, they are already telling him that, tell your brother to return his investment back to the East. And you yourself go back and support the emancipation of the Biafra land and stop this, your one Nigeria. People have been reacting enough that some are saying that everybody will feel it. As many people are condemning it, like, Baba, you're supposed to get some level of privileges, as maybe with the reason I'm wrongly. Here you get, we believe that the contraptions got some level of privileges, and some of you who usually link Obi to them and say he's one of them, I don't think he's covered with that same privilege anymore. I mean, at least not under Tinubu. So if you sit down and say, yeah, they are all the same, he's one of them. But as mad as El Rufaya is, and the rest, right? I don't think they will treat them this way. He's been treated with so much disrespect, disregard, and all for what? Because since they won't be your president. I know it's like a back and forth thing, so don't mind me. But nevertheless, should we then ignore the illegality of these guys just because it's happening? I mean, it has happened to somebody you don't like. Now, me, for myself, right? I've always been the promoter of fairness, but it's just that that place is not a fair place. Nigeria is not a place where these criminals, treat fairly or treat you fairly. You have to be brutal too. Now that will then take us to what other people are also saying. Let me tell you. There are others, like some part of the obedience, who are saying, maybe now you will stop being Mr. Nice. These guys will do anything. And whatever it is they are doing to you behind the scene, if you think you are the matured one, you are the one who want to follow due process, this and that. These guys don't play fair. So if you really, really want to go to 2027, then you must actually carry a different personality, that is like you are ready for anything. If they want to arrest you, if they want to kill you, now this time you have to let all the gloves off. Stop pretending about this, your one Nigeria, this and Mr. Nice, nice, nice. Some people are saying that to him. Because if you are still believing that these ones are going to follow anything due process, you can cry from now till tomorrow. It's not going to happen. So you better get yourself ready and don't mislead innocent people to believe that they could face these guys and you will be ready to fight for them. You know? All these ones, maybe say you rush to social media to tell everybody what is going on. But you have to take it beyond that too. People are saying that to him now. Do you get what I mean? Tinubu and his gang don't play nice. They will, if they have anything to put you away right now, they will do it. They won't even flinch. If they have anything to put Peter Obi away right now, they will do it. So Mr. Nice, nice, talking nice and asking people to, Baba, nothing we will do. Now, on top social media, so many of us will just say, it's bad. Freedom token. Alaye, if you are indeed going to lead millions of people to face these guys, you better actually show that, not me, now people, they talk about. While others are asking him that it is a lose-lose battle. This your one Nigeria campaign will be a new Nigeria is possible. A new Nigeria is possible. Sounds great and quite promising. But the thing is, the criminals who are holding onto Nigeria, they are the type that if they can't have it, then they will smash it. Because what they are doing to Nigeria right now, it is like somebody coming to come and try to save a dead fish that is beginning to rotten. That's what Obi is to some of us. So you get. So if you now want to deal with this, if you want to face these guys, nobody say you go to talk as if to say the people themselves would even like you are under any form of pressure. So whatever it is they are doing to you behind the scene, halaye besita bangba, and this time around. If they want to arrest you, it is better for you to get ready. Because if the table were to be turned, right, and Peter Obi is your president today, and you are facing what you are facing in that contraption right now, 2 years, Tinubu and his gang, if they have not shut down Nigeria, in fact, they would have sponsored coup against him. For how they, this will be coming from the disappointment that a lot of you shocked them. If they had allowed your vote to count in 2023, right? It simply means that if Peter Obi is your president today, even some of you who are obedient today, you would have turned against him if Nigeria has become this in 2 years under him. Do you get that now? So, Alaye, if you want face these people, face them. If you want lead people to fight them, do them. All this paddy. So what is there anymore to even be afraid of anyway? So Tinubu doesn't play fair. And if all you have to do is to come and complain to us, and your own supporters and other Nigerians are looking up to you, problem tiwa here now. When you flash your helper and your helper they flash you back, they say wala today. So I understand people's concern, and I hope I have my first caller by the way. Hello.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hello, brother. Sir. How are you? Idris, right?
I'm fine, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How are you, Baba?
I'm fine. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
Thank you for the updates. So, yeah, let me just pick it up from these soldiers that were killed. Yes. This is not the first time soldiers have been killed.
No.
And also, it just that this one make it to the media. There are many soldiers that have been killed, And it's so devastating that, okay, look at what Tinubu said when he was campaigning then. During, I think, one of his colloquium or something, that said, recruit 50 million. So you want we want to be recruiting youth to the armed forces, and yet they are being killed. And sometimes I normally say that, you know what, it's like we are in demo military, because there's something called Agbada. All these people that are putting
that's
on
why they call it
Agbada,
kakistocracy.
as in, because there are sometimes I would like, you know what, I even want military to even take over. Let us even know that we are even practicing military system of government. Because I still don't get it that you don't have a freedom of speech, and yet people are being killed. Sometimes it was not 2 weeks ago that they went for a peace meeting with
another terrorist,
and they were brandishing themselves with guns, as in real sophisticated guns, and now you still let them go. And you believe that. So the scenario is just like you having a lion and giving the lion feeder. Okay, take milk, take this thing. One day the lion will still haunt you. That is just it. That is just it. Now,
like where in the world do you know they are rehabilitating terrorists without them going to the justice system?
I have not visited US, but at least I do watch some US movie. But I don't think that these people, even there are sometimes that, okay, when they see that these terrorists, they've embodied themselves to the extent that, okay, they don't have any power, and they have let's say they have their citizens there. I think they normally call it there's something that they call it collateral damage. They are going to just waste all of them together, and they're going to announce that, oh, okay, this is it. But you still have them in your geographical area, that this is Nigeria. You have them. This is where they are situated. Mm-hmm. But you cannot even go and take over there. No. And you keep brandishing them. You keep branching them. It's everybody. We just that all of us in this country right now, we are just on a time bomb. That is just it. You might be hearing from me, Mr. Maiyegun. You might be hearing from me now today. Tomorrow, you might not be hearing from me again.
Do you get? That is how bad and how scary it is. You may be talking to somebody just now, right? And in a month time, they will tell you that they've killed the person. And I'm talking about, there are other issues people are facing, and people die every day. Sure, you get. But we are talking about the death.
Yes, sir.
That is, that is facilitated, or the death perpetuated by armed terrorists targeting people. So these are people who are not supposed to die, who have been killed. In Nigeria today, Middle Belt, northern part of Nigeria, it is like a fair game.
You said, now, all our borders are very, very porous. People are just going in, coming out, going in and coming. There's no access control. And the meaning of access control, I believe access control is like a security measure that is put in place to regulate inflow of people in and out of a protected premises. We are inside the geographical area, but we are not being protected. So how do we want to be protected? And yes, we say we have a government. We do not have a government. That is by the side. Now let's talk about what is happening currently about this tribalism bigotry, about this Peter Obi brother that his house was demolished or something, property demolished. Mm-hmm. Now I went to some comment section from Twitter to Facebook. Nigeria is doomed. Nigeria is really doomed.
You get.
As in, even I will see.
For anybody will get time again, to just reason it. I'll be like, man.
I will see one Yoruba person being Agbabiaka Yusuf. He go to tell me, say, they don't get. Peter Obi don't get land for. Make it go. As in, there's no empathy. There's no sympathy again. The one shape from one country is not good again. No. It's really not good again.
Everybody will learn. All right. Anyway, let me take another one. Okay. You have a good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. So I have another caller, but there's a comment from, which one it is? Africa's Black Stars, a big black cat. It's all right. You don't really have to understand the way I analyze things, but your comment is very funny. Okay, your comment that is on the screen, everybody can see it. Yeah. said, so you want Nigeria to divide, then by so doing, allow all youths to just go. What's happening? So sometimes the way you analyze issues make me think you fail to think. You are a very funny person, right? So now that Nigeria has not divided, right, where you have, sorry, oh, my caller, please hang in there for me for a second. I just want to answer this guy. Just a question though, right? Because it seems you can think, okay? So the system you have in that contraption right now, the one that rewards criminals, right? In which, from my own understanding, right, the criminals who are from all parts of Nigeria, as we all agree, okay? There is a theory that some of us believe, and that theory is that Nigeria enables these criminals, and there's nothing you can do about it. And why is that? Because it is easier for them to lock themselves up in Abuja, even if people hate them from home. They don't even have to see the people they represent there, and they can still be in Abuja without coming home, right? And there's a part where we can't all agree on how to deal with these criminals. The Igbo political criminals are loved by Igbo political criminal enablers. The Yoruba political criminals, they are protected, defended by the Yoruba criminal political enablers. Same with every part of Nigeria. And it has become a competition that even if you have to raise alarm at somebody, they will say, well, is it because it's a Yoruba or is it because it's Igbo? So this idea of renegotiating this contraption and giving the power back to the regions to start with is a good one. And in the absence of all of that, everybody should go back to where they come from. So yeah, if Nigeria divide, everybody can, if the Yorubas feels like our own criminals then should be pampered, so be it. If the Igbos feels like their own criminals should be honored, so be it. But Igbos won't blame Fulani for why their own criminal leaders are corrupt. Fulani, the Hausa won't blame the Yorubas. Yorubas won't. So it's a common theory, something you have not tried, and you are telling me that, am I thinking at all? You have criminals parading themselves everywhere, hijacked your country, and it seems that everybody is powerless. You can't even agree on how to deal with them, but you have a problem with my own theory. Ologbori, we'll try. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Good evening.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Very well. Thanks for asking, Baba. How is well, you've heard our conversation so far, right? I don't know where you want to come in from, but you have the floor right now.
I'm calling from California. So
Great.
my own thing is this.
Yes, sir.
My own take is this. So for me personally, when you see what the APC started doing, they are getting everybody prepared for 2027. You understand? So the thing is, if Obi knows, he's scared, he don't want any smoke.
Everybody says that. You want them to arrest him. If they arrest him right now, what is everybody will just keep up saying, Obi, let them arrest him now.
So right, if they arrest Obi right now, you see the way people is saying, oh, take your business to the east. They'll say, oh, Obi, Atiku, whenever Atiku lose, he will go to Dubai. You lose, you should have just leave. You know, these people is this, these people is that. You understand?
I do with you.
So people believe Atiku is a genius, but whenever he lose, he just
go away and leave them, you know?
Right.
Until the next election. I get your drift. But Obi no go anywhere. He stayed back. Okay. Go on.
Right. One question like people is not asking is Atiku political contractor? You understand? Because Atiku knows you go on that thing, you even dey grave. Dude, you no go feel win. Especially now, you Atiku left PDP to form APC. Why? Because they said power have to move to the north, right? Remember, Atiku was one of the few people that started this agenda of moving power here and there.
Yes.
So now it is the turn from the south now. You Atiku is still talking about he's going to
run again.
The establishment. Like, hey, Baba, waiting be Atiku problem.
I don't know.
You understand? No,
it's like his life ambition too.
You see, That is number one. You see this Obi, his brother business, the Demolish, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's very painful, and the thing they like, how someone.
I mean, sure you get now, because some of us they believe say Obi go get some privilege, Abi. Now we are wrong, Abi. Right. Go on, Baba.
So just imagine someone of Obi caliber. You understand? This guy now, like, dude is rich, he have influence, he have name, he go fit even buy judiciary if he want to. But look at the way they destroy property and the whole place is quiet, nothing happen. Then what about me and you when nobody sabi?
I beg ask. Nobody waiting to talk with that. To say, oh, wait to make you Nigeria, go. Something that if they break up Nigeria no exist again, you are going to lose. What is that thing? But nobody has been able to tell me.
Because everybody's already losing already. Well, are you going to talk about insecurity? You say, okay, you have investment like you now, Obama, you have investment for not. Because say Tinubu is misbehaving, they will just start scattering your team.
Sure, you get.
What's the relationship you and Tinubu get?
You get?
You understand? You don't even.
But because where I come from, right? Then anytime, I mean, the supposed empathy, I mean, some support we are supposed to get. People go just feel like, say, oh, man, this is bad, though. People go just look, say, okay, who be that person? Now, Yoruba man, why me born down there? No being brother, they destroy Nigeria. I say, hey, do you get that? So why are we interested in keeping it together then? The Africa Wahala, help me knock one very 8x8, or the 8x21 spanner on that mofo, that cat or something. Get rid of that person. But continue, Baba. It's beginning to cause nuisance now. So get rid of him, please.
For me personally, me, I want me to go destroy Atiku house so that Atiku will just.
You know what they do Atiku yesterday? And they wait till I go bring that one later this evening as well. They don't come out the Waziri title for your head now.
I know, but for me that is not enough because at least you still have a place to drive to. Maybe they destroy us so that Atiku will just kukuma go Dubai. 2027, we know is Peter Obi versus Tinubu. Is it that Tinubu become a dictator, president for life, or we start Nigeria all over again?
You get?
Everybody begin. You understand? So that we will know, because Atiku is a contractor. Atiku is a contractor. Atiku is a middleman, because Atiku knows, and Tinubu is happy that Atiku is even campaigning. Because if Atiku run, it will be easier for them to manipulate the whole thing.
Again.
They will remember the last
and guess who they go blame? Guess who they go blame?
Obi, don't blame Peter Obi.
Obi, they go blame.
Oh, Atiku would have won. You know, like a last election, they say Obi cut Atiku's vote.
Imagine.
Baba, who vote for Atiku? If people really vote for Atiku, how come everybody around Atiku? Now they with Tinubu.
Today.
Right. It's only Obi that still have one or two. The only person when he will come up for Obi camp, go APC, what you put on? There's a president, Ozigbo from Anambra State.
That one we supposed now that one supposed that one supposed even be like person we go at this time away Soludo don't mess up that much, that was supposed to be the person we could be like, you know, in place, but it is Nigeria, Baba. A lot of people actually here's my own problem. Make I tell you this one before we kind of like take another one. Here's my own problem. As part of what I would expect this time, right? Those guys who use obedience to access power, and then today they are singing Tifnumbu in a way that it is so condescending that when I look at the obedience who put in all of this, Baba, once I am like, how is it going to be if they get sort of like a cheated again?
So, Baba,
like how is it going to be? Because me, I know, I mean, come on, go on.
Look at it from this angle. Remember, if you want to go join court, they know they tell you what really they happen for inside. They go tell you how much you go to oppress people until you join. Then your eye go come clear. So when all those Obi, they ride on Obi's wave, all these guys were contractor. Once they get the contract already, they don't care who introduced them to the best way to get business. Business as usual. Because let's think about this. All of these guys, they are political they be political contractor, like you always say.
I know now, the
But
political
they still
career,
free
I mean, criminals, career criminals.
Right, criminal. They see free vehicle to take them to their destination. What happened? Every one of them jump on it. And they realize, Obi is not like Tinubu. They go there. Tinubu, first of all, is a drug dealer. He know how to make deal. Drug dealer know how to make deal.
That's right.
Tinubu carry deal, give everybody. And the thing is, like in a drug this thing cartel, is either you take deal or you take bullet. Which one you they take?
Hey.
You understand?
And
so
as a career criminal politician self, yeah, you go want take the deal, forget the bullets.
Right. So, you understand? So all those guys, all those Labour Party people, they were all taking the deal, run from the bullet, because they know say, if you turn down Tinubu's offer, Baba, you go japa.
Yeah.
You and your family. The leftover, your family will remain. Now from jail, you go, they follow them, talk, if you get access to them. So they take the deal. They realize Obi is not like that. Obi don't give you this thing. The only person that is like that is Atiku. But Atiku is just as useless as every other.
Atiku money. If you listen to Atiku money, Atiku get money. That's why people think that.
Because Atiku is a contractor, Baba. Atiku they always give Atiku budget.
Yeah.
Atiku is a contractor.
Behind this, so I didn't get intel. Remember that time when you get intel, but Buhari don't collect them from him now. So I'm wondering, even though Atiku now can't run this presidential campaign like business, so if you remember, if you remember, but I'll tell you this one, if you remember, in 2019, when he had Obi as his running mate, he was able to get some support that time from Wiki, but you can't compare that to 2023. Where they get over nearly 2 trillion naira from Delta, from Okowa. So you can't be like saying this, instead of they run them like, business.
Business now, not contract. Every election time, the guy will take contract. Once he lose, he will run away. Because of this stay around, he decided to stay around too.
Right, because this Obi is here now. So it's like, come on, no, this guy will now shine you.
Right. May not go collect the contract. He thought Obi is the transactional this thing just like him too. They will stay around and maybe are you the dragger for year.
Right.
You understand? You not go come spoil my time. So
so their coalition this thing. You know one thing about, I said something about whatever Obi claimed to be going through and what they are doing to him.
Yeah.
Right? And he's never made it public. But he kept hinting on it. Say, they did, if you know what they are doing to me, if you know what, until this demolition of his brother's property. And I believe there is more to it.
Obi believe he's dealing with people that have sense. He doesn't know he's dealing with drug dealer and
you get me? Now there they go now. Now there they go now. Say, okay, this is their coalition talk. Do you think that truly, right, is the little extra strength, the ruggedity, I mean, the criminality, where in need to add to his own, his own acceptability to actually face these guys, or do you think that's what will diminish him?
So that's why
if he joins them.
That's why I want to keep punishing Peter Obi, so that Peter Obi of that softness will leave him. He will become arrogant. He will realize what he's dealing with. Me, I want them to keep on, but Atiku, I want me to destroy Atiku so that Atiku will leave Nigeria. 2037, we're not going to say Atiku. We'll go just keep
Atiku is a threat to some extent. Do you think it's a threat to facing Kolu?
To Obi, Atiku is a contractor from Kolu. Atiku is a threat to Obi because Atiku now go come deceive everybody.
I go take another one. But another person's side. Baba, you try. Thank you so much. You have a very good one, okay? God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, quite interesting. That's something of Maiyegun's diary political. I can have a chat. I can go the same route with you whenever you are, making a very, very interesting, or you're having an interesting take. It can be interesting, all right? So, please, if you are still with me, remember, you can still like this broadcast if you haven't already. So thank you very much to the African Wahala, by the way, for helping us knock that idiot out. But here is another caller. Hello.
Hey, Mariga.
Hello,
how are you?
Ma. How are you?
I'm good, though. How are you?
Well, very well. You're up early.
Oh yeah.
Or did I keep you up enough that I could quickly, yeah?
No, actually, I've tried to call. I've tried to call twice, but I was just calling because of your own situation, right? You say that Niger owner, they will figure out their own problem by themselves.
Eventually,
so maybe they do my brother, they will show in Pepe. Instead, they do my brother. Yeah. So about you, because Nigerian issues, it can give person depression.
No, I mean, I have tried not to actually. I can't have depression about Nigeria, but I can be so demotivated. That time when you just get so done for like no.
I know it can be overwhelming. You can be
exactly. That's the right word. So, get so overwhelmed. I know.
Yeah. So you have to you have to think about how you do it.
I know.
My thing is because you have this pressure of I have to bring materials to discuss to
like every day
for the Templars.
I know.
Yeah. So that is a lot of work. So my own suggestion is, since it is analysis that you're doing, really, it's not like news channel that breaking news or something like that. So if you can bring it down to like maybe 4 times a week and discuss other topics that is the Nigerian political stuff. You understand what I mean?
Right.
And maybe make 1 or 2 days like open mic. You just open the mic and let people, come and talk about whatever, that you've been discussing. So that gives you like a couple of days of relief that you don't have to go and search for what to talk about. And, then it can just be people calling and you discuss, that's it, And then also, because, you have a lot of intelligent people on this channel.
I believe.
And they're calling. They're calling too. And, because we hear what people's opinions and people's analysis of stuff, you have quite a few,
possible, yeah.
And also, have you thought about taking adverts? Because you have to pay your bills.
Too, actually.
But you have to pay. There's nothing wrong with you taking adverts. You just have to be very careful about the people you advertise for. Like especially from Nigeria. If it's coming from Nigeria, all this real estate stuff, you don't want to involve yourself in things that could lead to your followers being scammed.
Yeah, validate scam, which you have to start to inshallah later.
Yeah.
My fans.
Or people so sorry. Or people coming to come and sell some investment scheme or some, things like that. You want to avoid that. But other things, if all those companies, and I'm sure they would have been
quickly, my lady.
Yeah.
Let me come in. I already adopted that your suggestion, right? Because like you said, we are all humans, okay? So sometimes every now and then when your system is probably tired, can't take it, you don't force it. And you know what I do? I am somebody who has to be like at least near 100% mentally alerted when I come onto Maiyegun's diary political, right? So what I do most is that I am so used to this, I don't have problem doing what I do. You see the part where I said, you just get a little bit overwhelmed, that's natural. And I think a lot of us actually suffers that too. Like you are advising me now that, you know what, talk about something else and all that stuff, right? You see, what drives this old Maiyegun's diary political before issue of money and all that start coming into it, right? Was because people need everyday awakening. It seems it's not yet probably giving us what we want, right? Our people are those who, from my own findings, right, is that we need to remember what is wrong with us. We need to be saying it. We need to, and to do that, it's got to be like, everyday watering. But the time when I feel like, I'm tired, I always take my break. Sometimes I take the break like 2 days in a row. You know, sometimes you come back here to check on Maiyegun and it's not here, unannounced. Well, I'll still take a look at that your advice, even though it's going to make me more lazier. Maybe lazier is good too, you know. I mean, everything is not always about like you get a strong man. Maybe lazy sometimes is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll look into it, man.
Sometimes you just have to rest.
You know, just like somebody once told me. He said, anybody who give up, now them F up. Do you understand? Which means don't ever, Baba, don't give up. Oh. You must. I said, well, Baba, see, come, my brother, come. Not be everything that they say, I know they give up. Sometimes you need to give up so that you can see clearly and you can start afresh.
It's not giving up. It's not really giving up.
You get that? Like you just kind of you take a back seat a bit and say, you know what? So everything will be saying, you know, I'm a strong man. So I get you, ma'am. I'll work on it.
Yeah, you can still come and not like present new material. That's what I'm saying.
I know. But there's always
your mic
so
and
much
let your people come in and we
used to do this our people's parliament as well. You see, when I call for people's parliament, it's also my own indirect kind of like a break, but at the same time still filling in the gap.
Maybe you need to do that more often. You know,
but I'll work on it.
Just as a relief.
You know, my own real headache, by the way, just before you go, right? My own real headache is not what I do or how I do it. Do you get that now? While I raised that point that time was that, you see, before it got to all of this, before I have a studio that's possibly worth over 30,000 pounds at least, right? Everything used to be in my house.
Yeah.
There was no need for too many, you know, I didn't need to pay streaming software. I didn't need to buy thousands of pounds a camera, just my phone. That was how it all started, right? So then it came to this and I have to like maintain that. Then it was at that point when I felt like, wait, that's actually like me spending 800 pounds every month, 810 or 820 pounds every month on this studio. And you know me now, like, I don't know, anybody can, I wanted to say as an Ijebu man, but anybody can think that too, right? When you be like, okay, this 800 pounds, now it's going to go to like 1,100 pounds every month extra to what you normally, sure you get. Wait, if I probably just pack everything, go back, I can't even pack everything back to my house anymore. My house can't take any of this anyway. So it was just like an expression to say, oh, wait, if I choose to go back to my house, right, I could be saving 1,000 pounds every month that could go into, sure you get. So it's a thought. But at the same time, it's not like I was going to do it right away. Sure you get. But thank you.
Yeah.
I'll work on both.
The income from your streaming, the income from the videos, you know, it's not regular.
No, it's not exactly. It fluctuates. That's the issue.
You
it
know,
fluctuates.
It determines how much you're going to pay. And it fluctuates, yes.
So you get my
if you have a couple of adverts, that's a regular stream of income coming in. You can pay some bills, yes. And there's nothing wrong about it, you know. So anyway.
No, there's nothing wrong. I mean, that's the deal, right? And listen, like I said, right, if, you know, one of my viewers who actually reached out, you know, sent me money for his own support. And his message was like, bro, you are doing great, but please do whatever is best for your family. And I get that. That's an advice somebody who lives in this part of the world will advise you, right? Listen, if anything you do is going to affect your family, please do what is right. You get?
Yeah.
But wow, I'll do what is right. But for now, I don't think it's out of hand. I was just a little bit kind of like, so it's going to cost me that much to run this place. And I could do with anything.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
You know, presently I spend like about 11,000 pounds. That's more like $14,000 a year to run this place. So that's a lot of money.
It is.
Yeah. So now if it's going to go up to like somewhere around $15,000, I should feel concerned. If my revenue is not, I should feel concerned.
Yeah, if it's not coming regularly. Yes.
Thank you so much for your concern, though, right? Let me take another one.
You're welcome.
All right, ma'am.
All right.
You have a good morning, okay? So it's brilliant. Thank you so much, everyone who is reaching out. And I have to be honest, right? In the last few days that I mentioned this, people have actually reached out to me, and I can say, let me see, 270, 16. Tina, I saw your message too. So I've probably gotten about 400 pounds so far. I'm just trying to add them now. So yeah, I could do with anything. What have you? Any little help. So thank you. I don't know if okay, yeah, I have another caller though. Here, hello.
Hello, Maiyegun. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thanks for asking. So I'm sorry for keeping you waiting though.
No, you're good.
Beautiful.
Maiyegun, I'm not really a good orator like older. We struggle. We have a lot in our heads, but we struggle. So I'll be also needing your help.
Oh, okay. Let's now see what.
So
yeah, please, ma'am, go on.
All right. So I want to roll back the conversation a little bit. Maybe not centered on just today, but the ongoing of things that is happening in Nigeria, the ethnic cleansing and all that.
I know.
So Maiyegun, sometimes I see like during broadcast or even on ground, I hear people say, "Oh, the Middle Belt," especially coming from our brothers from the East, not all, some. They'll be like, "Oh, it's good for the Middle Belters. They were the ones that were responsible in taking people out during the Biafra War, so they are paying for what is going on with them.
It's a karma, this or that.
It's a karma thing, and so on."
Wow.
And to be honest with you, I understand where they are coming from. I'm not condemning that, but at this moment, we don't need that.
You get?
Please.
Because, I mean, it's
at
like, I told somebody yesterday, ma'am, right? I said, that person was kind of like coming for me, because I'm a Yoruba man, all right? And I sort of like acknowledge the presence of these rogues that parade themselves as Yoruba, representing Yoruba in Nigeria. And I said, listen, if I'm a Yoruba man who is also suffering from this maladministration, why should I also be taking kind of like a blame for the maladministration as well, right? So Gowon is from the Middle Belt. These other criminals are also from, you know. So if for all that happened, which, I mean, can be like forgotten just like that anyway, and should never at all, we can't, we can't use the Fulanis who are terrorists this time, sweeping through the indigenous people's land, and whose intention is actually to do the same to all of us. We can't use that as karma.
Thank you.
You know, because the intention is to do the same. Whatever we are witnessing in the Middle Belt is to do same to all of us. Now, it's not up to us whether we are going to resist or not, but we can't call that karma. I did say that to people, but, you know, can't judge how people think.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is that everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Open their eyes more to see the bigger picture than just dwell on this little, like on the dot and the thing that has happened in the past. And I'm not invalidating what has happened in the past. And I also believe that there ought to be restitution from people from the Middle Belt to the Easterners. I sincerely believe that.
I agree.
You understand? But for now that this thing is happening, I'm telling you, by the time the Middle Belt is gone, where else is going to be the whole
we are
place?
seeing Enugu.
And apart from, yes.
We are seeing Enugu. We are seeing Kwara.
You see this
right now. Go on, ma'am. Sorry.
Yes. This thing that is ongoing, I don't believe is just the Middle Belt thing. Other people should join hands to fight these menace, because if we don't fight it, it's still gonna. It's like cancer is going to spread.
You know.
Now, knowing that for me, I look at it that just like we all know, it's not just the Fulanis. There are forces behind what is going on. And it is external forces from it could be in America, it could be in France, it could be anywhere, right? Now, when we look at it, I also want to digress a little bit here. Anywhere, you know, in America, we are having this sensitization of white and Caucasian cultures. Now, they will tell you white. When here in America, when you are referring to white, we use the word white loosely, but then when you talk about white, it connotates a different thing than when you say, of European descent. And I don't want to go into that. Now, Maiyegun, you see this thing ongoing. Yes, sir.
I'm with you. I'm all ears, ma'am. Just listening.
Okay.
Go on.
All right. So it connotates something different, but I'm not going to go into that. You can also look at that, since this is just a Nigerian thing and maybe African thing. So let's, So now there's always a conquer and divide rule. If the forces that are in Nigeria destroying Nigeria is because they don't want Nigeria to rise up. We shouldn't forget that. Nigeria, in Africa, there are no industrious, intelligent people like in Nigeria. Nigeria is just an excellent spot. For Nigeria, for them to make sure that Africa does not rise, they will first of all destroy that giant. And
do you know how they did that, ma'am?
Let's not forget that.
Exactly.
Let us always focus on what is going on. Yeah. There are a lot of distractions. So when we come, I am Igbo, I am Yoruba, I am Hausa, I am this, I am that. Honestly, Maiyegun, we're really going to fall. And I'm not saying let us unite and be one Nigeria. We can unite and fight a cause, after which that cause is achieved, we can go our separate ways.
God bless you.
I don't know whether I'm making sense.
You made a lot of sense. Is that not the point? See, we have said it before. We said people need, those who want a working Nigeria, whatever that means to them, because I don't know what that means, right? But whatever that means, right? Where justice, whatever is called, they can't have it as long as these guys continue to, this current one continue to exist, right? Those of us who want Biafra, we can't have it because these criminals are united against all of us. Those who want Yoruba nation, we can't have it.
They are always one.
You get that now. But there's something that we cannot have.
At the top, they are one. Their children are marrying each other. They don't. When they are at the top, there's no tribe, there's no tongue, there's no race, there's no religion. It's just
why you and I are so invested in this tribal ethnic stuff. They are not. Now, if we manage to unite on one thing, and that is recognizing them as our common enemy, the main base for our division, the main reason why you want Biafra, I want Yoruba nation, others want this, others want that. So what I mean is that when you unite to get rid of them, now respectfully, all those interests can be addressed, agreements can be reached, and all interests can be protected. And if everybody says, you know what, let's still be Nigeria under these arrangements, fine. Or you know what, no, we should all go our separate ways, fine. But for people to have that conversation, this hegemony needs to die. That's my own message.
Exactly. Now, another thing I also want to bring about is that, and just like everybody is also still entitled to their own opinion. You see this Peter Obi thing.
Yes, ma'am.
People will be like, "Oh, Peter Obi is a traitor to the Igbos, blah blah blah." You people, for me, if Anambra was bad before Peter Obi came, and there was no blood shedding, there was no killing, there was nothing, and he still brought Anambra from dusted Anambra and placed them on a beautiful
not just national,
Nigeria.
International map when it comes to education.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm just saying it. You understand?
Yes,
loosely. What do you think that Peter Obi cannot do? Peter Obi cannot come out and tell you people that if I'm a president, I'll do this, I'll do that. Let me tell you something. I am 100% obedient.
Oh, bless you.
Said. I am anti-obedient. So, the thing is like this man cannot come and tell you people that this is what I want to do. Look at the way that man moves. So people be like, oh, he's what do they call him? He's a hypocrite, he's a pretender, he said this. No. An intelligent man will not tell you that this is what I'm going to do, but once he gets there, everybody will feel it. And he's not going to do it in such a way that any blood will shed.
Or in impunity, with impunity, that your right to be impugned upon and all that stuff. No. But we never know, though. All this good stuff, all these things, with a system so rotten that people's votes don't count, ma'am, we will never know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, maybe, and you see that coalition, if Peter Obi loves himself, he shouldn't go to coalition with anybody. You see that thing that happened to Ikeja? they're gonna do it.
So you have similar you have similar feeling, right? Because I did. The last time I spoke about that, I said from few feelers here and there, right? It's believed that their coalition is just about him, and it is to cut him off before election proper.
They will mess.
And if he make any move to leave them, they will say he's a desperate person.
Yes, the way they treated Wike is what they are going. That is how they are going to treat Obi. And you see how Wike became. He has become a nuisance to them. Oh no. You see what Wike is doing? That is what they have done to him. And I don't think Peter Obi will be that mean like Wike. So it's better for him not to even join the coalition or anything like that. And then lastly, Maiyegun, I know I've taken a lot of time.
Well, you have the floor.
Okay, Maiyegun, lastly, you see I want to contribute, but if I tell you something, you will laugh. I am, how will I say it? I am stingy with my money.
Everyone should. Right? That is why when anyone gives you a penny, you get what I mean? You have to be like,
I don't want to put money on. I don't know.
They are safe. I've had people said, you are right with your concern, by the way, okay? Like 100%, okay, it's legit. But the thing is this, they are reliable platforms where your details are 100% safe. Do you know another thing about it is that when you, for example, if you use the GoFundMe link, right? It's going to ask for your debit card number, and it is 100% safe. 100% safe. Do you know what I mean now? But people can feel concerned. Another one is the PayPal. That also is 100%
No, I don't do PayPal.
safe.
I don't do PayPal.
You don't do that too.
I rather do the GoFundMe.
Oh, bless you.
But my husband is not the safeness of it, because I can always dispute it, and then my money and everything. See, my concern is that tax.
Right.
Is that tax. That is where my concern is. Okay. The last time that we did that, I think I sent a money and they took almost like $20. And I'm like, no. How do I revise this? I'm not going to pay that much tax.
No. Okay, let me give you an idea. Okay.
$100, $200. I'm giving that,
sorry.
And then they are taking about $60, $80. And I'm like,
that's a lot. No, don't worry. See, let me kind of give you a tip, all right? And this goes to everyone else as well who's having a similar problem, okay? Let's assume that you want to use the GoFundMe, okay? If your intention is to give me $5, there's a space there, okay? Then there's another space that is going to be asking you for the 10% of that if you want to donate to charity stuff, right? All you have to do is to make sure that you don't click it, so that whenever you want to check out, it will be that exact $5 they will take from you.
Yeah, I would prefer that 100% because
pay attention to it. Like, do you understand? So that you don't see the checkout that says you are giving me $10, and then the checkout says $17. You're like, no, that's not what I want. You know what I mean? But for the paper, for the GoFundMe, that works.
That is why you can even try.
You can even try $1. You can try $1 or $2.
Yeah, I think
right. If it works fine, then you can try the remaining 4.
Okay, all right. Because another thing I was saying that, like, your friend here in Houston, we can always find a Zelle and Zelle him the money. Then he can, but I don't want to give any one cent to anything. No. Because
you should be. I want to be like you when I grow up too. Like, I want to be very strict with money, right? And guess what? People like yourself are very successful people. Because money is valued by yourself, right? So when you say, is it not just extra $1? Just ignore it. Do you know that if they're ignoring the extra $1, if it gets to 100, that's $100. And that's how people who kind of manages money, that's how they see it.
I'm not like that with money.
Right?
Funny enough, I'm not like that with money.
But you just want to make sure
that I'm that stingy. But I don't want, if I'm going to give Maiyegun $10, then why am I going to pay $5 extra for something that I don't know?
Okay, I get it now. I think I get it now. Now pay attention to that side. Okay, there is always this box.
Okay.
They ask you to donate to God knows what charity, right? All you have to make sure is that you're on tickets and tell them, or even if you have to put in, just type 0 inside there, $0. It will still go.
Okay, I'll try.
Thank you so much. I can imagine. I mean, I can't imagine how many people are having this same struggle. Like, oh, I want to get I want you get, and you don't know how many of that you have actually resolved right now. You've helped me because a lot of people will be like, yeah, that's what I've been talking about. Now I can go and give him $1. You get? Thank you so much.
Because the last time that it happened, I was like, man, how do I reverse this? How do I reverse this?
You can always reverse it too.
I'm like, oh,
if you make mistake.
I felt so cheated.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can imagine. But thank you so much.
You. I mean, those people, I was like, no. I don't want to do this.
They are very tricky.
You don't have to take my money.
I know. They are very tricky. It happened to me too.
Yeah.
But it was like, no, I was giving out £50. And he's asking me to donate 10% of that, which is £5. And my checkout was like 55. I didn't clock it until later, but I won't do it again like that. Anyway, thank you so much. Right? It's been a pleasure talking to you.
We know. Thank you so much. You are the one that we will thank, because every day we come here. But to be honest with you, Maiyegun, I didn't have a good sleep yesterday after seeing what that Fulani man was saying about the
TV people yesterday. Yeah. Do you know the part I even missed out from the interpretation?
I'm also related to the thief people, so it was just like sometimes I can call there and everything like that.
I'm so sorry. Anyway, do you know what other part I didn't actually interpret from his nonsense yesterday? He actually said that Tinubu came to Benue and he's laughing. The next time he comes back to Benue, he won't be laughing. I will be crying.
I was interpreting that for you too. I didn't.
Oh, were you? Oh, bless you. Because I saw that as part of the comment later. And I'm like, why did I miss that? Because that's a real threat to say killing over 200 women and children and elderly. And then you go on to say the next time the person who came to come and said those people should accommodate you. Next time he comes, it will be care, which means you will kill more. We shall see.
Yes.
Let me take
that thing that he said was so gross. At the end of the day, I'm like, the threat is just too much. It was just the threat was. And let me tell you something, Maiyegun. He means everything. They mean everything they're saying there, and they're gonna do it.
You get? They always say it ahead. Somebody, that Frank, that Frank who is also a Middle Belton, right? Who spoke from the US, and he said, people see these guys. It's like, okay, you are here now in your own community, and you are hearing that the Fulanis are grouping in the next community, right? And their plan is to go and attack another community. That they see them, they alert the authority, but nothing is done. Unfortunately.
But let me tell you, this is the last time, Mariga. I want you to know. In the 1980s, there used to be this guy, Paul Gindiri. That's his name, from Jos area.
Right.
He has been talking about the takeover of the Fulanis in the Middle Belt. It's an old clip. Like I went to school too in Jos, so like we used to hear about all these things. You understand? In the 80s, I think
was it that bad in the 80s? Like for somebody like yourself, younger that time.
It's like a man who saw tomorrow. It's like a man who saw tomorrow, and he was a clergyman too. So he has been telling his people that this is going to happen. Everybody should sit up. But the people sit up, now everybody relax. Meanwhile, these people, let me tell you, see, what is going on today is decades of planning.
I know.
It's not just a day planning, it's decades. So for the people of Middle Belt to stand up now, we are not going to, there are things we don't say on the media. So
I know. People are beginning to devise other means of protecting themselves, but there's no protection that will be as
we're not going to say it. And I wish when anything happens, people should stop putting things on the media.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
Let me take one more before I call it the morning. I have actually spent enough time with you this morning, and it's every minute of it is worth it. Surely.
Thank you so much, Maiyegun. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Maiyegun today.
Maiyegun today.
You though.
Bless you. I'll take one more, and maybe we can call it morning, and we can see later in the evening. Hello,
General.
Hey, the Prince Adewale, the African Wahala from Abata. Did I get it this time?
Yes, you did.
Bless you, Baba. How are you, brother?
I'm good. Very good.
Beautiful. And the girls?
I just want to, yeah, they are excellent. Just came back from school.
Beautiful. So here we are, Baba.
Yeah, I just wanted to advise my fellow victims of Nigeria that are slowly becoming, Nigeria has a way of making us adjust to the mess that Nigeria is. And the reason I'm making this call is because I was having a discussion with my friend that is also very, very angry, very upset with Nigeria. And this guy was telling me, trying to convince me that, listen, if the government builds ranches, it's going to reduce the activities of Fulani terrorists. And I said, bro, how can you say government ranch will reduce Fulani terrorism when the Fulani, I'm not saying all Fulanis are terrorists, please, for the record. Not all Fulanis are terrorists. They are good Fulani people. However, the terrorism happening in Nigeria from the Fulani terrorists, these guys don't have cows. What they have is machine guns.
God bless you.
So if you build a ranch for people with machine guns, what are they going to do with the ranch?
To store guns.
It doesn't make sense to me. So people, I know a lot of us are very angry.
It's the politician, the African Wahala. It is the politician that now them started this non-kinetic approach. Now them started this rehabilitation of terrorists. Now them started this idea of building ranches for terrorists that are on bikes, so killing people on bikes, so with AK-47, RPG, and all that.
Don't get one single cow.
So people who are telling you that once they build ranches for them, they are just regurgitating what the politicians are saying. Do you get? And it is so sad when you listen to educated people say that, ignoring all these obvious things, all these facts. And then they are hammering on this same rhetoric, right? We need to build ranches.
Not just educated people, not just educated people. I'm talking about people that are radicals, people that are protesting. Hey, Nigeria must stop punishing the people. Nigeria is bad. Oh, the government is wicked. Those same people, some of them are agreeing that maybe if you build ranches, it will reduce the terrorism. I'm like, no,
it's over. Finished.
Don't. Like even amongst us that are angry, no.
Can any educated person will think this is about ranches? Can any educated person right now in this day and time believe that this whole killings is about cows? Like anybody still believes that? Really? People that are demanding for lands so that in the future they can have their own local government area and possibly even carve out small states for them. And you begin to hear Igbo Fulani, Abi Fulani Igbos, Fulani Yorubas. And you will be here, go to all these places, Zamfara, Nasarawa, and all these areas. Fulanis are minority in those places, but you will see Fulani governors. Now, it's not as if to say it's a bad thing, though, if it's not that they are also using the same position to influence and protect these armed terrorists. Because that's what they're doing in the north. Using the position of being governors to protect terrorists, rehabilitate them and their victims, abandoned on the streets.
No justice. They died. So my people, please, don't lower your guard, please. Nigeria punishes us so much perpetually that many of us begin to lower our guards. And it's natural, it's human nature for you to lower your guard at some point, because it's impossible for you to keep your guard up 247. But just always try and consciously remind yourself that, man, I can't lower my guard for these criminals. Please. No. So thank you so much.
God bless you. The African Wahala. I'll see you later tonight. I believe. So thank you so much, Baba. Yeah. Now, brethren, maybe we should, in fact, let's call it noon, so I can go get ready for the evening. There is more from where that came from. So thank you so much once again. Please like the broadcast if you haven't already. And if you have, don't do it again, just once. One is okay, right? So subscribe to the channel. We are almost out of the wood. You see, the YouTube algorithm that puts the channel back. and made it impossible for some of you to even receive notification that Maiyegun is live. Now that is almost over. But please, join me later this evening, if you can. Good afternoon.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun Diary, Diary political. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.